Hello, welcome to another video segment by We Prepare Now. What we're going to do today, we're going to go over a product review, which is in the description. But before we get to that, real quick, especially if you're in the Indiana or Indianapolis area, a little bit about us. We teach CPR first aid classes to different businesses and various institutions around the area, but we also have the site where we have different preparedness items and trainings, and these are typically free to the community. All you got to do is stop by, check out our schedule. We're going to be expanding more and more. We want to do what meets the needs of the forum and the group. So come by, check us out. It's at www.wepreparenow.com. Just click on the banner at the top where it says forums. Join in the discussion or just check out the trainings. We're going to be slowly adding those as the group grows. We've actually got a meeting getting ready to start where we're going to go over some basic CPR skills. But future meetings, we're going to have first aid, more advanced first aid, splinting, bandaging, trauma type situations. We're going to move into food preparations, dehydrating, different types of food storage, into bringing in some local experts here in the community to maybe have some trips where we can go out in the area and look at some different plant life, talk about alternative medicines, food types of skills, and that types of survival situations. So again, come by, check us out, but on with the review. Okay, today we're going to talk about the Leatherman MUT multi-tool. This is a great tool. It's the primary multi-tool I carry now, and just to give you an idea on kind of the size that we're going to be dealing with, this is the Schrade multi-tool, if anybody carries these. Very similar in size. It is a little bit bigger than your standard Leatherman, so you'll see that just to give you kind of a frame of reference. Credit card size, basically it's going to be a little bit bigger than that. Looking right at about 5 inches, typically about 1.5 inches wide, and then just under 1 inch when we're dealing with the actual width of it. But this is a great tool. It's called the Leatherman MUT. As I said, this is a little bit larger. It looks a little bit like some of the skeleton tools. Here's the great thing about this tool. Even though it looks more like kind of a robo tool where it's got some different types of configurations, it is actually very smooth and safe. There's nothing you're going to catch on. It looks like it might be that way, but that's not the case. It's a great design tool. Now, this was designed typically not only for use as a multi-tool, but also with the AR-15 in mind. Basically, some of the different features of it is designed on that type of firearm to help with the cleaning aspects and operations, but it also can be used on Glock series pistols, a lot of different types of firearms this can be used, and I'm going to go through some of those features, but even those features are kind of double designed to where you can use those for other situations as well. So just kind of going around the tool, basically we're going to start on this side. Very easy, quick open, standard knife, very sharp. It's got the serrated edge. This is going to hold up through just about anything, but here's the great feature about this tool. They have designed this to where, if you look close, every one of these attachments are designed to where you can get replacement pieces for these. This is not a inexpensive device, but it is something that could last you for a lifetime, because each of these are designed as the small individual blades get dull, or if you were to break those or damage those in any way, they're designed to be able to be replaced without replacing the whole tool. So another great option. It's also got the saw device on the other end as well. Again, you could get through a easily 2 to 3 inch diameter, no time at all with that device. On this side, this is one of the devices or one of the attachments that works with the AR-15. Basically, the little push rod to be able to push the pins through. So that's something you could use. These also detach, again, for replacement options, but you can attach other types of systems too. The great thing about this device, if you use the Otis cleaning kit, also just the standard military issue cleaning kit. This kit, I will do a review in another video. It is a fantastic kit, but basically it uses the same military type attachments. So you can take this, and you'll see in this device, you could come right on this side, put that in, and it also attaches to the rods to extend out to where you could actually do any types of cleanings on the fly. Over on this side, we've got the bronze cleaning rod, And what this is designed to do is, even though it's very strong in and of itself, when you're cleaning your firearms, this is what's going to give first. So when you're cleaning out your bolts, getting the carbon, stuff like that off, that's not going to scratch and damage your firearms. If you were to damage this, again, just a quick take off and you can get a replacement part, but that is a great feature so you're not damaging your firearms. If you do have to get inside, do some work, that's going to be a good option available to you. When we open this up, it opens up into a standard pair of pliers. Very heavy duty. Get close here and you'll see it's got the clamping device. What I like about these, and I have actually used these, some of your needle nose pliers actually don't have good compression at the end. These could actually get right down. You can pull splinters out because it clamps right down all the way to the end. It's got some high strength cutting mechanisms, again with replaceable options. And it's also got down in the middle, if you need to do some wire stripping, that option exists as well. As we move around on the outside of the tool, it's got some great driver options. You'll see there's 2 clips on both sides. What happens when you push that on both sides, there's an adapter, and these are your standard Phillips and flathead screwdrivers. But then it's also got 2 of the other types of attachments that are going to work with a lot of your scope mounts, things like that, but also they're pretty standard sizes, so you can use those for any number of scenarios. Basically, they go right in the top, and now you've got your standard screwdrivers. It's got kind of a quick release mechanism, but it also holds into place very well. It's also got a smaller version. You can use the bit, just a small bit. This is just going to give you a little bit more strength. So again, just another option that you have available to you. To put these back in, you just pop these and then put that back in place. I want to go over a feature which I consider one of the best features. I mean, everything on here is a good feature, but I've used this any number of times. You're always looking for something. If you need a hammer, and most tools have rounded edges, you go for a pair of pliers, some makeshift thing to actually try and hammer something. This has actually got a tool specifically designed for that, and it's basically a bolt override tool, again for the AR-15 or for different types of rifles. So that's what it was designed for, to be able to clear those types of situations, but it makes a great flathead hammer. I've got a nail just getting ready to go here, and you'll see, and I'm on a plastic table, so as you know, that makes it even rougher to get something in. Just to kind of show you that nail, just to get it started. Right there. So I have never found a tool that is capable of doing something like that, that's portable. That's something I probably use all the time, as you can see, because it's kind of wore down on the edge. It's also got a great, depending on your applications, you could use that for your paracord or your webbing if you need to cut webbing. Seat belts as a rescue tool. You can cut through clothing if you know, in first aid situations. So this little attachment, again, as with all the other features, quick detach. You just take that apart, and you can put a replacement tool in there, and you've got that. That's kind of razor blade type of device. Again, very safe, don't have any problems the way they've designed that. So another great feature with that tool. It's got a carabiner type device which you can just clip that right on your belt. So it will come with, I took mine off, it actually comes with an attachment that you can just clip it right on your belt. So it does have a belt device that clips on. I took that off because I used the sheath, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. But that's an option you'll have available. As far as add-ons, there is another set you can get that works with a lot of different types of Leatherman tools, but I carry this in my other carry pouch. This is just about every different type of attachment you're going to need when it comes to hex tools, flat tools, different types of Phillips. On this, it's even got the small eyeglass adapter, where it's got a small Phillips and a small flathead. So again, another great adaptation that they allow you to expand. All these either fit into the tool, or it's even got an extension that comes with this. This is a separate purchase, but again, a great addition to have. This slides right where the adapter went, so that goes in, and basically now you have a ratchet type device that you could use as well. Okay, to discuss briefly the sheaths, this is the sheath that comes with it. And again, great device. I actually went over, this is what typically you'll get. You'll get tan. I didn't find a lot of places that gave you the option, so I purchased this separately. But again, this could be used for any number of things as well. Cell phones, different types of devices. That's a good overall, you know, carry sheath that you could use. But this is one that I went because it just matches with what I do typically. Great device. It's got the MOLLE type attachment devices on the back, so multiple different rigging techniques that you can use. You could do the belt if that's what your preference is. It's not like a lot of devices that have just a little bit of Velcro. As you can see, you've got more than enough. That's just not going to give in any type of situation. The tool fits in very snugly when it's in there. You know, it doesn't just fall out. And that's because of this on the side. It's got some good elastic straps. There are several hidden compartments all around here you'll find. And actually what comes with it is this small ratchet. Again, neat little tool, very lightweight, that's going to give you a lot of options. I know there's times when you've needed that type of tool, you're going to have that with you. And again, different hidden compartments all over this, on the back, on the front, that you could carry. So lots of carry options you can add in if you wanted to put in your pens, things like that. Some small portable tools, you could slide those on the side as well. So that gives you a lot of expansion options if you want to take advantage of that. So to kind of wrap things together, again, the Leatherman MUT tool, good, high quality tool. This is going to last you probably a lifetime. A lot of strength to it, so many different adaptations. Honestly, I think it's the last multi-tool I'll have to purchase, and I've been through several. But a great device. They don't come cheap, but it's a good investment. If you have any questions, again, come by our website, www.wepreparenow.com. Check out the forum. Come to some of our local trainings here in the Indianapolis area, and look forward to seeing you at the next review.
The fields of hope where millions died and patriots screamed for better lives for future men, the pursuit of happiness and dreams. Watch the flag be torn to shreds, the Constitution left for dead, and tell me of this dream called liberty, 'cause I can't see the freedom for the free.